Hello all and welcome to another Gamerscore update video, and it's time to bring to you February 2023, but I am doing these slightly differently now. Today you're going to get all of the Gamerscore that I've got on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X platforms and anything else that isn't Xbox 360. Yes, I'm splitting those two up into two different videos, so you'll get the Xbox One / Series X stuff today, and then either tomorrow or the day after you'll get all of the 360 stuff. Because what with me doing the 2020 360 challenge, as I'm calling it, at the moment I'm getting a lot of 360 Gamerscore in a lot of different games because I'm still hammering my way through getting at least one achievement out of every single Xbox 360 game I own. So that is taking quite a bit of time to talk all about that. So I thought I'd split it into two videos. That way you can watch whatever one you're interested in, or if you're interested in both, you can watch both in separate days in two sort of hopefully much smaller, manageable chunks. Another thing I would like to say about the 2020 360 challenge is that a few regular viewers of the channel may know that us in this small YouTube community lost someone very close and dear to us. His name was RetroKit. His name was John, better known as RetroKit on YouTube. He took his channel down, but we all still knew him as RetroKit. He was a massive Xbox 360 fan, had the full set, very proud of it, loved getting Gamerscore. Perhaps the 360 Gamerscore a bit more, but he still loved getting Gamerscore across all platforms. So what I'm going to do with that series as well, another reason for splitting it as well, is so that I can sort of dedicate the 360 side of Gamerscore updates to John, and it's going to be called the RetroKit 2020 360 Challenge. But that video, as I say, will come either tomorrow or the day after, just depends how busy I am. I'd like it to be the day after, but I don't want to tie myself down 100% to that. But anyway, let's talk about all the non-360 stuff in this video. We've got a couple of updates. We always seem to have a couple of updates in these videos, but we've got 4 easy completions, which were actually done all on the same day within an hour. So all 4 completions within an hour. And so obviously that's they're all base 1000 Gs with no updates. So 4000 G within an hour from 4 games. So let's pop across the game tab and we'll talk about everything we've got. We have got a little bit more randomness as well that I unlocked to talk about, and that starts with one achievement on Dirt 4. Now I finally remembered on a Monday to go for this one achievement, so I only popped one achievement out of it. It wasn't a big achievement, it wasn't a high scoring one, it was just 5G. Mondays be like, it's going to be a long week, and that 5G achievement is for totaling your car on a Monday in the real life world. So yes, one Monday I was just like, oh, that Dirt 4 achievement, and I was like, when's Monday? Oh Christ, it's today. So yes, on the 6th of February, which obviously was a Monday, I just took it into sort of the open arena bit, sort of the house bit where you can drive around outside it, and picked a car that looked a bit fragile and drove it into a wall many times until it got wrecked and popped that 5G achievement. So yeah, we got that done quickly. This is a game I'd love to go back to and sink a lot of time in, but because of the 360 challenge that I am doing this year, a lot of my time is taken up by playing 360 stuff, but there will be still non-360 stuff pop, don't you worry. You know, I'll probably be popping a lot of the easy completions and keeping up with a few of those as we go along, so I'll always have some non-360 to talk about. Right, first update of 2 in this video to talk about came from Cruz Brothers, and it was one that I totally didn't expect. Now I had heard a rumour from another channel in the past that Gamerscore from one particular game can potentially go as high as 7000 G, but it was never confirmed by anybody, and a lot of games seem to get to 5000 G and just stop. And that's what I thought would happen to Cruz Brothers, because it happened a lot with the Zillion games and a couple of other games as well. So I thought Cruz Brothers stopped. I actually uninstalled it because it does actually take up a little bit of room. Not a great deal, but still a little bit of room. So I uninstalled it thinking 5000 G, it's done. Lo and behold, another update, another 1000 G added. As I always say when I talk about Cruz Brothers, the base 1000 G will take a couple of hours, but everything after that doesn't take long at all. In fact, if you're just starting the game from scratch now, the base 1000 G has a reach maximum level achievement, which took me some grinding because I did the base 1000 G when it was just a base 1000 G, and that took a bit of grinding. So at least with all the other achievements, you can sort of work towards all of those while still grinding out your max level if you haven't done it. But anyway, the 5 achievements that were added for 200... No, it wasn't. No, I take that back. It was 10 achievements for 100 G each. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm so used to updates being 200G. So yeah, I use this sort of to protect my streak just in case, so they're not all unlocked on the same day. But all of the achievements are for doing a breaker and a special with a specific character. So basically you build up your super meter and you press right trigger, I think, for the special, and for the other one, the breaker, you have to build up your super meter again, but you press LB and RB together while they're hitting you. So basically just spam LB and RB together and wait for them to attempt to hit you, and you'll get the timing right. There is no small window, it's massive, so like that. But each of the characters' names which you need to use is clearly displayed. Just go into any mode, first fight, pick the character, build up your super meter, pull the right trigger, quit out, start the fight again, build up your super meter, L and RB together after you built up your meter, and yeah, 10 achievements, 1000G. Not taking long at all, honestly. Each one was minutes. Right, above that is Unravel 2 and 1 achievement unlocked in that. So obviously I do reward points. I use it to pay for my Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I've always managed to have 12,000 points in the bank now for what is the last 6 or 7 months now. So I'm been fortunate enough not to have to pay physical cash for it. Honestly, reward points is a thing you can do that with. I know they've cut them down been a bit more stingy with them lately, but it can still be done. You've just got to be on top of it and nearly do everything now. But anyway, one of the reward points thing was to get one achievement out of a list of 10 games, and the 10 games theme was co-op. And apart from Gears 4, which I've absolutely smashed, out of the other 9, this one appealed to me to just pop a quick achievement out of it. I used cloud gaming on this one, and if you go start a game, pause it, there's a little bit where you can customise a character, change one thing on it, pop out, easy 10G popped, 500 reward points, was never going to be sniffed at for just doing that. So yeah, nice easy 10G and a nice 500 reward points. Thank you very much. Above that is another Game Pass game. I was contacted by my good friend Ross Borhor, who was playing this and has the completion now. Is working towards it. I don't know if this was the last achievement he needed, but anyway, he contacted me and said there's one online achievement in Shredders. It's just for basically being in a private game. Once you're in the lobby, the achievement unpops, so you don't even need to start anything. So I said, sure, I'll help you out, I'll do that. A couple of other guys that I know popped in the lobby as well and got the achievement too while we was at it. And as you'll see, I actually got 3 achievements, because there are some achievements which aren't difficult to do but may take a little bit of time. So while I was in that private lobby, I thought to myself, like the nut job I am at times, I'm going to jump 1,000 times and get the jump 1,000 times achievement. Literally just jump on the spot. Originally I was jumping and holding left or right or both thumbsticks in one of those directions to help towards this spin a total of 360,000. And as you'll see, this game tracks, so that was moving. And then I did notice that there's an achievement for bailing 100 times, which is falling off basically. So as I was jumping and holding either left or right on both thumbsticks, I worked out that if you hold all the way up or pull all the way back on both thumbsticks, after a couple of jumps he will fall over. I think jump is press and hold A and release, and then it causes him to jump in the air. So yeah, do you know what, that probably took about an hour. I wouldn't be surprised if my stats say I played this for an hour because of that. Well, no, 54 minutes. And I did give it a little bit of a play as well. So okay, so that probably took about 40 minutes, I reckon, to jump 1,000 times. But while I was doing that, I made myself fall over 100 times. I've left it installed. This is definitely something I can pop back to. I'm not very good at sort of the trick style games, as I call them, you know, the ones where you snowboard, or the Tony Hawk style games where you skateboard, or even games where you rollerblade and things like that. I'm not very good at those, but this one looks a little bit kinder to the people that aren't very good at them, so I will pop back to this. And it looks like there's a lot more I can do out of this that isn't difficult, like finishing spinning, riding 50 kilometers and riding 10 kilometers in deep snow, and things like that. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So a lot of it looks like it could be a little bit grindy, but I get the feeling I can pop back to this and get a lot more out of it. So as I've already said, I'm going to leave that one installed. Right above that, I popped one achievement out of ORD, Play Ignore, as it says there on the thumbnail. Basically, 360 challenge. I hit some football management games. One of them I popped 2 achievements in, but they were a 3G and a 1G achievement. I am one of those people that likes my game score to end in a 0 or a 5, and of course, it was already ending in 0 or 5, and all of a sudden it's now ending in a 4. So I knew about ORD, and most of the achievements in this game, nearly all of them except for a couple, they ended 6s. As you'll see here, like 16. So I basically, it's like a word association game, but it can be random and produce different starts and outcomes each time from even the same word. So I managed to eventually sort of spam my way to get in this one here, the Prophecy, the P for 16G, and that balanced out my gamer score again. That's basically what I use ORD for. It's sort of using it to balance out my gamer score with all the 16G achievements that are in it. So there's plenty there left still to get, so there's plenty there to save my gamer score again in the future. And ironically, that 4G on my 360 gamer score made my 360 gamer score end in a 5 or a 0. Now, it was always ending in a 1, and of course that's now balanced this out to overall end in a 5 or a 0, but all my non-360 stuff to end in a 5 and a 0. OCD perhaps? Don't know, just that's how I like it to look. It's how it's always looked from the start for me, so I'm not alone, but please just straighten that out. Right, Microsoft Solitaire Collection, had to pop a couple of achievements in this to save my streak, because I did go away from my flat for 3 nights, so there was 2 whole days where I was never in my flat at one point, you know. Popped some achievements before I went away. When I got back, jumped on it, popped some achievements. But yeah, set some up on Microsoft Solitaire sort of in the lead up to those 2 days away, because there's still some on this obviously that I need to get, and some that I can get. One was really easy, one I was setting up and then accidentally unlocked, and then the other one wasn't too bad after I worked out how to do it. So yeah, I won 10 free cell games. I also cleared 100 Tribe Peaks board accidentally. I was setting it up, or I thought I was setting up, and then I just slipped over the 100. So I had to do this Elite Gamer here, which was one game number 1337 from the options menu of free cell. Had to go on TA True Achievements and see how you actually get that, because I went into the regular options menu and I couldn't see where it was. But you actually have to start up a game of free cell, pause that, and then in it it gives you the option to put a number in for a game. So basically I popped in the menu, popped in that number, and was able to finish the game on my second attempt. It wasn't easy, but I think it was a medium difficulty one, or that's what it felt like to me. I know someone on TrueAchievements.com has done a full layout on how to do the game, but because I was away and on my phone, I had nothing to watch the video on while I was doing it, so I went for it, got it second time. It's not that difficult to do, to be honest with you. Okay, so I think we're going to hit the 4 easy completions after the last update. The second update, Rabio is at it again, and this one did have 5 achievements at 200G each. I know that for a fact. So yep, all about getting those yellow energy spheres, and it tells you what level to do it. 1, 2, 4, 6 and 7. Those levels aren't difficult. Those spheres aren't difficult to get. The good thing about the yellow spheres is if you can see the second one and you want to jump on it and then you're going to die and not finish the level, as long as you've got both spheres within the level, you don't actually have to finish the level for the achievement to unlock. But obviously you will need to progress through levels and get to at least level 7 and then stop there, because I get the feeling we haven't seen the end of the updates for Rabio. But yeah, all of the spheres are super easy to get. It took me about probably another 5 minutes to get these all done. Had to start a new game because I think the last one ended up with pink spheres on another level. There we go, yeah, pink energy spheres are level 7, so they've gone to do the yellow spheres afterwards, which are actually easier than the pink spheres, because a couple of the pink spheres are actually hidden. But yep, no time at all. Another update in Rabio. Smashed out. And before we move on, I do know I've got updates to do in Tony and Clyde and the shooting game I only spoke about last week, so could see those in the next video, or at least I might talk about them rather than update as to what's happened to those. But anyway, 4 easy completions. Cattish, little 8-bit looking platformer. Finished 10 levels. There we go. You passed level 10 with the last achievement unlocked. Really simple, basic platformer, not too difficult. You're a cat. You platform your way up through a door. Spikes get introduced. I would imagine some more things get introduced after level 10, but I've just stopped there because there's going to be a very, very much reoccurring theme across all 4 of these games at the end here that were done within an hour in one day. And that is... I think they've got the potential for more to be added with regards to updates in these games, because it just seems a bit random that they'd open up with just 10 levels. So they've got to wait. I reckon they're going to wait their allotted time period and add a bit more game. This one didn't take 6 minutes. 6 minutes, not long at all. I mean, there are guides for these, but I decided to do all of these without guides, and that took me 6 minutes. Not difficult at all. Okay, Dessa Enhanced Edition. Again, another running theme here. with potential for it to have more, is that it's nine levels on this one, which again seems very short, and some other random stuff to do as well. You get an achievement for just starting the game. You get a certain amount of bombs when you start a level. If you press, I think it's down and X, he drops a little bomb. You have dropped the box. Yeah, so in this one there's boxes and things you slide around to help you sort of jump up, to make a bigger jump that you couldn't make without the box. If you drop one off a platform lower down, you'll get that achievement. You do need to do that to, I guess, progress through level 3, because that unlocked next. You have smashed a block. Congratulations. You can do that via two ways. You can put a bomb on it if it's underneath you, or you press B to sort of do a headbutt, and that smashes the breakable blocks as well. So at 5 of those, job done. You can farm that out at any point, but you'll get it through natural progression anyway. 10 coins. You have to collect all of the coins to be able to leave a level. It's like a shut gate. Get all the coins. There's only like 2, maybe there's only 1, maybe 2, or even maybe 3 level. I can't remember if there was 3. I think it was all 2. There could be 3 later levels, but I think it was only up to 2 level coins in every level. Get them both, get out of level. You'll easily do that, obviously, before level 6, because look, there you go, finish level 6. You won the first battle. Enemies do appear. You can kill them by 2 ways. You can drop boxes onto them if you get your timing right, but there's one level where you drop a box down and you kind of sort of shut it off from getting to you. You can actually push the box into the enemy that then pushes them against the wall and squashes them between the box and the wall. So yeah, not difficult to beat an enemy in this game. Then you finish level 9, and I did the whole game without dying, so I had to die to get the last achievement. There are spikes which sort of pop up and out, in and out of the ground, proper old school platform style. So I just stood there and waited for them to come out. So it's not a difficult game, as you'll see, because I managed to do all of the achievements without dying, and then actually had to kind of make the dying happen. But anyway, I did this without a guide. I would imagine this would be a lot quicker without a guide. There's a little bit of working out to do. It took me 15 minutes. So use a guide, you can get it down to under 10 probably. So yeah, a little bit of working out to do. A bit of a puzzle platformer, not difficult at all. So 15 and 6 so far. That's 21 minutes. Peachy Boy, I really enjoyed this one, and we're going to go back to not depth to the one before, because as you'll see, past level 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All achievements are just for every time you finish a level up to level 10. Again, has the potential for more to be updated and had more game score added, if you ask me. It's not really a difficult sort of guess to make there. So this one, if you look at the thumbnail of this and look at the style of level, you do not jump. You have to get the key and get out the door. So if you look at the thumbnail, you can see what you have to do there. So, but you can't jump. So you literally, in that level, you just walk across, grab the key, walk out the door. But you press the... I think the game told you to press the right and left trigger, but I ended up needing to press the left and right bumper. But you spin the level. And you use it to get out. And as the levels progress on, it adds different mechanics. So I think all it really added was spikes, and it wasn't difficult to work out. And I get the feeling that I could really enjoy this game. So I do hope they add more to it, and we get another update of another 1000G all the way up to whatever they add. Apparently 6000G at least now. Maybe the 7000G rumour is true. So this one, again, works it all out on my own. No guide needed. 4 minutes. So we're up to 25 minutes for those 3 games, and I know the last one did take me more than half an hour, but the last level on this, because I didn't use a guide on it, did take a bit of working out. And that last game for 1000G we talk about is Webgian Speedrun Edition. So just start up the normal game, which is Speedrun, and as you'll see, familiar trend here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So yep, 100G level all the way up to completing 10 levels. Now with this game, you are that little spider dude there. He doesn't jump, he does slide down the walls, and you can use that to your advantage, but he basically shoots the web out and clings himself onto a wall and then pulls himself towards it, with the idea of the obviously the level isn't a perfect square shape, it's all jagged, there's bits in the middle and all that, and you have to sort of make your way through it like that and get out the door. Again, it's another puzzle platform which introduces elements like little blocks to push, little bombs to push, little things to cut down and blow up, breakable platforms below it and things like that, but not difficult to work out. As I said, I decided to do it without a guide. There are guides out there. You can get this down to under 10 minutes probably with that guide. And for the final game, this one did take 25 minutes and I didn't use a guide. So yeah, just about kept it under an hour, Rob. That was a bit worrying for a moment there. So yeah, if I had used a guide, I could have got it done a lot quicker. But that last level, I remember spending about, I don't know, anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes on it. All the others I blasted through pretty much. A couple of them might have taken a little bit of thinking. But yeah, that last level took a bit of working out. But I didn't use a guide. If I did use a guide, again, probably half that time easily. So, yes, I might be being slowed down by Xbox 360 Gamerscore, but as you'll see, we are still getting One and Series X stuff. And yeah, I bought all of those sort of sporadically throughout the month, because what I do with a lot of these cheap games is I either wish list them and then wait for them to go on sale again, because a lot of the time these come through at sort of like a little bit less when they're released within the first 2 weeks, and I just pick them up cheap and I put them in a little folder called Save and Gamerscore, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Then when I decide that I need a bit of a boost, or I haven't got any Xbox One for a while, certainly this year, I'll just quickly play one of those games. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so look out for the 360 updates either tomorrow or the day after. Going to be working on it later, so hopefully it will be the day after. And thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about any games, put it in the comments section below. That's where I do all my question answering. And if you have enjoyed this video, hit a thumbs up. That would be pretty awesome. YouTube likes it when you do that. Consider subscribing. If you aren't subscribed already, I will love you for it. I do love all my current subscribers already. Again, thank you very much for watching. And as always, please do take care.